Hello everybody and welcome back to the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team Let's Play. In the last episode I said I was going to do some grinding in Snow Path and I didn't actually do that for two very specific reasons. It actually let me go into my team composition settings. It's been a long day. Talking is going to be difficult for me today. Because I actually died during that grinding and I lost my power band, which means that I'm now dealing less damage as a result of that. Also, that's my phone vibrating. I don't know if you can hear that. And on top of that, I didn't actually gain any levels after going through it like 6 times. So, I don't even... Okay, I did lose a couple of items now that I'm not... in my save, because I did do a save state right after that. And I organized my entire inventory and then I figured... Oh, I lost my power band. So, is it fair because I'm using save state so I can revert back to an earlier point in time? Maybe not, but also I'm giving up a little bit of experience. We're probably not going to actually level up in this episode, and if we level up, we would have otherwise probably leveled up twice within this episode. Is this the right... This is the Frosty Forest, so this is the right one. Also, I did finally switch my turbo key to be the left trigger rather than the left bumper, because it just didn't work. And now that I'm used to it, I'm going to do it wrong anyway. So, that's like my public service announcement, maintenance, kind of talk out of the way. I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to be honest with you. I did, however, learn how to use set items, and I don't have any gravel rock with me, which is a little bit stupid on my part. But if you hold the left button and then press the right button, something stuck in my throat. It's really quite annoying when you're trying to talk. This is going to be a painful half an hour. Not physically painful, but more like mentally annoying kind of painful. You really just want to die, don't you? I don't even remember what I was talking about anymore. So this is going to... Again, it's been a long day for me. I've done quite a lot of editing today. I've edited 2 Pokemon Platinum videos, which those were the 2 videos which didn't have any game audio in them. So I replaced one of them with Undertale music and the other one with A Hat in Time music. And it was a fun little challenge, to be honest, because I wanted to replace the music or the game sounds with music that kind of fits the situation, right? So having a gym battle have different music than a normal battle, and then having the Team Galactic battle having different music as well, and then having music for certain routes and certain places. I didn't do music for Pokemon Center because I go into the Pokemon Center quite a lot within those 2 episodes and I couldn't be bothered. So that was a fun little challenge. It's not something I'm going to do on purpose, but it's something I've had to do a couple of times over the past couple of episodes. Someone has intruded upon the forests. Again, words I don't know. Flow of icy wind. Is it an intrusion? Is the intrusion to blame? It must be stopped. Is this the boss fight already? For it is to protect the forests. No, this is just like a mid-dungeon cutscene. Okay, so now I've got some gravel rock and I can actually set that as my set item. And then when we run into a Pokemon which is trying to run away from us, or this is not a very good example, I'm sorry. Endure is actually not a good thing for me. Thank you for missing that Powder Snow. Powder Snow, very good move. My first time playing through the game, I think that's still the save that's on my physical coverage of this game. I think Endure might not work against super effective moves. Is that the case? I don't know. Powder Snow, very good move, because when you get further into the game, you run into monster houses, which is an entire room filled with enemies, which is really annoying. But Powder Snow hits everything in the current room. And you can see where I'm going with this. It's not like Earthquake in the main series games either, where it gets diluted in power if you use it against more than one opponent. It just hits everybody in the room for full damage, which is amazing. And in the dungeon where you actually fight Lugia, it's a 99 floor dungeon, I believe, and every 10 floors, there's a mega monster house, for lack of a better word. It might actually be called something like that as well. Oh, dittos are annoying. Which is an entire floor without any kind of walls whatsoever. And it's filled to the brim with enemy Pokemon. 1 powder snow at level 100 from Articuno just takes care of that. No problem whatsoever. At least, well, even level 100 is required. Articuno became level 100 very quickly because of that. Because that gives a lot of experience, as you can imagine. Wiping an entire floor with 1 move. But a clear gummy might actually not be a bad thing to eat. It's alright. It gives a lot of experience, but even at like level 80 or level 60, I don't even know what levels I was at first couple of times going through that dungeon, but I used that dungeon for grinding, for sure. We're already halfway through this dungeon. This is going very, very quickly. Wow. So yeah, I used that for grinding, obviously, and it was a great time. Gonna be honest, it was a great time. How did I even end up? Blue gummy, blue gummy, blue gummy. Give that to Barry and use the blue gummy on Barry. Give him a little bit more IQ because, damn, Barry is a stupid little squirrel. That being said, I love you, Barry. Love you. You do nothing wrong, in my opinion, other than the fact that you're constantly not doing what I want you to do. So, remember how I said that we're probably going to have Absol for the upcoming boss fight, and how I was scared about the upcoming boss fight until I realized that I was going to have Absol? I don't think we're going to have Absol. I think we get Absol after that boss fight. And then the boss fight after that, we might have an Absol. I mean, we're going to keep Absol as part of the team, and when we return after this whole, like, fugitive side quest thing, everybody we had on our team is going to be stupidly underleveled because they didn't keep up with, like, their rescue team training regime, and they didn't level while we were away. Meanwhile, we got insanely powerful compared to them. So, we're not going to use anybody that's joined our team before this whole expedition. Also, I probably shouldn't just walk into these new floors without at least first healing up. I think we might actually just die, gonna be honest, because we don't have any orange berries, do we? We have 1, 2, 3 orange berries, and we have some max Alexes. I think we'll be fine. I'm going to use Berry as a meat shield, though. It's not a very interesting episode today, probably, because I'm trying to focus on the game, because I feel very underprepared for this part of the game. And I've actually wanted to talk about something for a little while, because when I started the series, I asked you guys, should I do the post game as well? And then I kind of answered that myself, like, well, Explorers of Sky, the post game very much is part of the main game. Probably should give an orange berry to Barry. Because the story very much continues, and then I realized this game kind of has it going on as well. But I'm gonna be honest, you guys don't seem to very much enjoy this series, and I'm not going to just drop a series if it's not doing well, because there is people watching this, significantly less people than the other series on my channel. Let's just wait here for a moment until Barry decides to eat a berry or is fully healed. That also works, because I think this might be the boss fight coming up. It's not. Okay, never mind. So that makes me think I'm probably not going to do the post game. Obviously, there still is a lot of time left in this series, which it can pick up like pace and more views and more interest. But if it just keeps on going like this, I'll be happy to play this entire game, because I love this game. I really do. I like the gameplay, I like the story, I like the writing, I like everything about it. But it's a long game anyway, and the post game is fairly lengthy as well. It's right about the same length as the main game, I want to say. Maybe a little bit short, but not by much. And I don't want to force a series when it's clearly not something you guys are majorly interested in. And the irony here is that the people that are interested in it are the only people hearing me say this. So, I'm sorry. Clearly, you are enjoying this. Other people don't really care for it. So that's pretty much how I'm going to deal with the post-game, I've decided as of right now. That can change in the future, though I doubt it will. We've come pretty far into the forest. I think we'll be out of here if we can get through this part. It shouldn't be long. Hang in there. I'm standing here to just talk and give the boss fight time to exposition. Writing convenience. Huh? Fogger, did you just say something? I said dot 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 dot. I don't think so. A voice? I must have imagined it. Turn back. You may not. I'm not going to do Gandalf again. Who's there? You are forbidden to pass. If you persist in trying to pass, then so be it. But only after you have defeated me. Ow, it's too bright. Eyes around us reflecting this light. I mean, this time it actually makes sense why it's bright, because the volcano just stopped emitting light. I am Articuno, the wanderer of eyes, the waterer of eyes, something like that. Those that enter the forest I shall destroy with all my might. Let us begin. So, I do have Shockwave, but this does more damage. Sadly enough, yes, I'm aware that that's a very sad thing. So this is going to be a fairly difficult fight, I want to say, because what? 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 Holy crap! That was a one hit! That didn't go. You could say that again! I was sure that going through the snow path like 5 times and not leveling up once meant that I probably was not as on the level as I thought I was, but what was that? That was me getting a one-shot by Articuno. What? No. Just no. I'm gonna cut until I'm back at the boss fight. I also don't have as many items anymore, which is going to be a little bit of a pain. See you guys in a minute. I forgot to heal up before this fight started, but I did pick up a reviver seed on my way here, so I can live 1 gust. And that's about it. So do I even have... I didn't lose that many items, luckily. So I can start off with a gravel rock again. Let's do this the same. Let's see how much scratch does. That does more than Bite did before, so let's keep scratching. You deal so much damage. That was just a base attack from Articuno, wasn't it? I think that was just a base attack he did. I mean, feel free to gust at this point. Please don't. Oh, he's got agility. That's not a good thing for me whatsoever. I've never actually taken on Articuno without the benefit of having Smokescreen to cheese the fight. Oh, no, 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 no. I need to... I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. But I was going to say I need to equip other moves on Barry. Please, please let me live. You see how much Powder Snow did, by the way? It's a very, very powerful move. I don't think I can win this even now. I think I'm gonna lose again. Of course you would use another agility, because you're not powerful enough as it is are you? Okay, please, Barry, help me out here. Barry, please. We can do this. We can take down the Articuno. No, we can't, because you're dead. It's gonna be one of those episodes, isn't it? It's the first time we've had this. Potentially the last time, because Articuno is one of the only real, like, issue bosses we'll have. That and the final boss. Other than that, all the bosses we're going to be facing are going to be at least somewhat fine. This is probably one of the most difficult bosses until the very end. And I don't know what to do. I had a revival seed, but literally the step before the stairs to this fight, Barry got into a fight with a Ryon and died and wasted the revival seed. And now I don't have Gravel Rocks anymore either, so I have to use Shockwave, which actually does more damage. Never mind. Maybe it's a good thing that we don't have any Gravel Rocks, because now I found that out. Which means that Shockwave might be my most damaging move altogether. Not that it matters, because I died. So I might have to just do this over and over again until I'm a level where I can do this? Maybe? Maybe I should just go back to the start of the dungeon, pick up some more items, because I don't have any items anymore at this point. I'm not sure what to do. It's the freaking issue here. I'll learn a new move. Payday. I'm going to go ahead and guess it's at least on par with Scratch. So I'm getting rid of Scratch for Payday. And I now just realized, by the way, that if I were to get a link box, this would be the ideal situation to use it. I probably should have used it before going into the fight on both my Pokemon. Just do that. Because that means that you can use all of your moves within one turn, back to back to back to back. Also, Payday is dealing more damage than... Why would I not run away from you is the real issue here. So I'll see you back at Articuno when I'm ready to die again. Slowly but surely building up that strategy. So let's start with the Shockwave. And Shockwave in theory can paralyze, I think. Let's see how much Payday does against Articuno. It's a little bit less than Shockwave, which just goes to show how horrible of a move Shockwave actually is. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Does that mean I can't hit you? Okay, I can still hit you. So I don't know what Mist actually does in that case. Probably actually should give you a... This is my entire inventory, by the way, because I've been dying all the time. Probably should give both of my Pokemon a Oran Berry, now that I think about it. I probably should have done this before the battle, actually. I'm holding a Revival Seed. I don't know why I'm holding one. That should definitely be in the inventory, because Barry needs to be able to use it as well. For that specific reason. Holy crap, that was just in time! Oh, just one move later and I would have been screwed. I probably would have lost the Revive Seeds as well, because you usually lose your held item when you die. You lose a lot of items. I think your held item... This might be just like confirmation bias, but I think your held item has a... higher likelihood. I was going to complain about the difficulty spike here, but then I realized actually the Rhyhorns in the dungeon, the grotto part of the dungeon, give 250 experience each. So, yes, there is a difficulty spike, but there is also quite a good grinding spot there. And the difficulty spike might be enlarged by the fact that we actually took care of Moltres easy because of our typing. So, I don't think it's necessarily bad game design, but I don't think it's great game design either, because I think definitely there still is something up here, right? Something still not quite right about this difficulty spike, because having, like, not even this specific setup, but just something that coincides a little bit with, like, this type combination, it's not that rare, I imagine. Okay, so we're both dead. We both survived. Somehow. I mean, we're going to die the next turn. I took off Tackle because I was using it against Rhyhorns. And then it basically... Fuck! I'm going to be here forever. I might just... This might be the first time in forever how many videos that I actually stop recording midway through an episode and then come back later. Because I figured, let's record a fun, quick episode before dinner, then eat dinner, and then record another episode. I'm 30 minutes in at this point, and I don't see an end. So I'm going to try one more time, and if I don't make any significant progress whatsoever, I'm just gonna go eat dinner and finish this episode after dinner and Fuck it, I'm just recording one episode today. It's fine. Actually, not very fine, but hey, what do you know? Let's give this to Barry, because at least Barry will get a little bit... I didn't want to take... You know, I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to start playing, and I'll see you guys back with the Articuno fights. We all know how this is going to end, because I don't have revive seeds. I only have 2 clear frickin' gummies, so let's just get this over with. Let's shockwave so that I can go ahead and eat my dinner. Because, damn, I'm hungry, and I still have to make dinner as well. We're 40... not 45, we're actually 39 minutes. I don't know why, from the corner of my eye that looked like 45. I don't know why. We're quite an amount of minutes in, and we're just gonna die again, and it's going to annoy me, and I should just stop being a little bitch. Yes, very true. But with the amount of stuff happening here, I am not quite sure whether I'm playing Pokemon anymore or Kingdom Hearts with the amount of goddamn salty ice, sea salt ice. It's a bad joke. I don't even care anymore at this point. Let's just freaking... Why aren't you attacking me? Please attack me. I don't know what... Bite. Bite is the answer. I just need to flinch hacks you to death. Or cringe, as it's called in this game. I just need to... That's the answer. No! Yes! Come on! No, attack me! Attack me! Attack me! Attack me! Cringed! That's what I need! That's what I need! No longer cringing. Attack me, by all means. But don't attack Barry anymore, for the time being. Cringe? This is it. This is freaking it. I can feel it. We're going to do it. No! And with it, I mean die. Fuck! I don't know how to deal with this. But I do know that I'm going to have dinner now. So I'll see you back after I've had dinner. And at least we've got a strategy a little bit now. Use a couple of shockwaves and then just bite, because bite can actually flinch. And don't forget to give Barry his tackles. There might be an opportunity for us here. You know what? I'm going to try one more time. Now that I have a strategy before dinner, I'm going to try one more time. The strategy is going to go into effect right now. We started with a shockwave, hits Articuno for 30 damage. I also I leveled up, so I'm doing a little bit more damage. Can take a little bit more damage. Powder Slam's probably still gonna one hit me. Doesn't matter. That's the second one. And Barry now actually has tackle equipped, which is a pretty good thing. Keep shockwaving until I'm out of those shockwaves, because those do actually just deal the most amount of damage. And he gusts me. Apparently I had a Reviver Seed. Apparently I had a Reviver Seed. Which restores my shockwaves! Oh my god, yes! Oh yeah! I would have much preferred to have the Reviver Seed in my inventory, but Meowth has pickup, which I keep forgetting to check what I actually pick up, because I pick up every single floor, I pick up an item, more or less. So now we're actually... Oh, no we're not. Barry has a Aurum Barrier, which he should use on this turn, in theory. Yes. So Barry's back at full HP. We're doing this. We're doing this. Okay, so this is the last shockwave. Dealing a good amount of damage. I'm really sad that I'm not paralyzed. Okay, now I'm dead. So close. I'm gonna have dinner. See you guys, well, for you guys it's gonna be a jump cut. For me guys, it's going to be like half an hour at least. Maybe more. That was the thing. Dinner was nice. You might notice that the lighting is a little bit different from before, and that I am not actually in focus, I don't think. Now I should be, maybe. Oh. That would help quite a lot. Not with the focus, but with the lighting. I didn't have one of my lights on. Quick update. I have one Reviver Seed, and that's about it. I think, either only Barry or both Barry and Vlogger gained the level. I really, at this point, I don't know. What's funny though is literally like 5 seconds, maybe less. Come on, Powders. Now at least you missed both of them. Literally no more than 5 seconds after I stopped recording for the last portion of this video and went to get dinner, the doorbell rang, which I was like, who's ringing the doorbell? And then I didn't open it, by the way, because I couldn't be bothered to. But I could see who was at the front door, which was part of the reason why I didn't bother opening it, because it was a bunch of little kids. And usually that means that they're like playing with like some kind of football, soccer ball for you American folk. And they kicked it like into my backyard, which then they asked like, can you please throw it back? And sure. But these weren't playing at the back of the house. These were playing at the streets in front of the house, because I've been seeing them from the corner of my eye, and I recognized it. So it's like, why do they ring the doorbell? And it struck me. It's probably because I had they saw me through the window with like a lot of lighting set up. Also, holy crap, I'm overexposed. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die here, aren't I? And they figured that is an invitation to come knock on somebody's door. Well, figuratively, not literally. Which is possibly more annoying than that one time that a bunch of drunk people late at night outside were like yelling at me because they saw I had a lighting setup and I was recording something. This I can excuse because they were like, they're probably like 9, 10, 11 years old, and they don't really see the harm in what they're doing. And the other one, I mean, you could say, well, the other people are drunk, so they really don't have a good like vision on what's annoying and what's not. And that's exactly my issue with alcohol. Because being drunk does not mean that you don't have to be responsible. And I'm not saying it's irresponsible to... Anyway, I'm talking about things, and I'm also back in the dungeon, and it's just... I'll see you back at RDQ now, because I'm going to be spending the rest of my evening doing this, I feel. Because I'm not getting anywhere near close, and I'm trying to keep checking my items every single floor, just in case I get a revival seed. But again, I'm going to cut a hat until Blue Gummy. Things keep happening. Also, I've been giving every Blue Gummy I find, which is quite a lot, to Barry in the hopes that he actually gets a... That might be a useful thing, actually. Team Barry, check IQ. What does that do? Self-cure. Pokemon recover faster from status of... Hell yeah! It's not going to be useful for the Articuno fight. I'm hoping that there's one that increases like critical hit chance or something stupid like that. And while I'm at it, I also would very much like an IQ skill that actually makes him use super effective moves when he has some. Because he's been using Tackle against Rhyhorns while he has Water Gun, and it's been annoying the shit out of me. So, that's a little update. While I'm getting lucky with these stairs today, maybe I'm not going to cut a hat. If I can just find the stairs to floor 5, we found an item, another Blue Gummy. I'm starting to feel like the items you pick up are actually based on what dungeon you're in, because I'm getting a disproportionate amount of Blue Gummies through pickup here, which is a good thing, because that means it scales with the rest of the game and doesn't just keep giving me useless items in the final dungeon. So probably not going to get any new skills, IQ skills for Barry anytime soon. I'm so lucky with these stairs. On the other hand, maybe I'm not so lucky because it doesn't allow me to pick up a lot of items. And I think at this point we have established that I cannot beat this fight without at least one revival seed. Preferably more than one. So, I don't know. I'm going to change up my strategy a little bit. I'm going to start biting, and then when he is actually cringed, I'm going to shockwave instead. Because that just seems like the smarter idea. That prevents him from attacking more, I think. I think that's what... I think. I'm not entirely sure how flinching or cringing in this game works, but I think that is the optimal strategy. So, I'm going to bite until he cringes, then I'm going to go into Shockwave. Agility is kind of an issue, though, not going to lie. But I've got a bit of a strategy here. For all that has been happening, in the last couple of episodes, and especially like in my Nuzlockes, me being stupid. You've got to give me credit for this one. I'm playing this one to the best of my ability. I'm actually thinking, I'm strategizing, I'm dying. Actually, sped through the first turn of this one, so there's no way in hell that I'm actually going to be able to beat it this time around, because that first little bit of damage probably is going to be the difference between me winning and me not winning. And now that I didn't actually get it, it's more leaning towards the not winning kind of thing. Also, I literally have no items whatsoever. And Shockwave, I'm convinced at this point, can't actually paralyze, which is an issue. That's also an issue. So, I don't even know why I'm talking anymore at this point, because I might not even include this attempt. I might just start cutting out attempts because I'm failing so miserably. And that's the end of this one. I've lost count how many times I've tried this. The answer's too many, either way. I'm gonna give it a couple more tries and then I'm just going to do a lot of grinding, I think. I think that's the best idea, just do a lot of grinding until I'm like level 25. Quick Dodger. That seems like it might be a useful thing to have. Check IQ. What does Quick Dodger do? The Pokemon becomes better at evading attacks and moves. Hell yeah, sign me up. Probably should give myself a lot of those clear gummies just to get up to that level, because that's exactly what we need. It's the Holy Grail. Type Advantage Master. The Pokemon critical hit rate is boosted when attacking foes with a type disadvantage. Okay, so it's not what I thought it was going to be. And it's either that or Quick Dodger. You know what? Against Articuno, Quick Dodger definitely the better option. I thought Type Advantage Master was going to be him using actually super effective moves when they are required. I was disappointed. I got a level up and a Reviver Seed, and actually let's check. Okay, I only have one Reviver Seed, but I did get a level up. So I have faith. I have the utmost faith that this is going to be the run. Also, Articuno starts with agility. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that it really doesn't matter. As long as he doesn't use Gust. I can actually live a Gust now, so it's been quite a bit of progress since we actually started attempting this, because now I can actually live a Gust, which that one shot me before, and like it wasn't even a contest. Still, it's doing a lot of damage, more than agility. Yeah, because of wow. Yeah, so the Revive Seed didn't matter whatsoever. Note, if agility is active, cringing him doesn't actually do anything. Other than, I guess, preventing him from doing one move. But the whole like biting and shockwave combination strategy doesn't work. So I think at that point I might just be better off using shockwave. Well, again, one Reviver Seed, and let's just try to do this. At some point this is going to work. There is going to be a day in the universe where this is going to work. The question is my bite tactic actually doing anything at this point, or should I just be prioritizing damage? And I think I'm gonna go with, I'm going to prioritize damage now. Just trying it out. Because the whole cringing thing, it's not really doing a lot for me, I don't think. So let's just keep using our shockwaves, and then go to Payday, which actually does a lot more damage. Now we've been using agility, so bite really doesn't matter anymore at all. And we're doing a lot of damage. We're dealing a lot of critical hits. I think the universe is telling me that this is going to be the attempt. We're going to beat Articuno. We haven't even used Revivers yet. I mean, still, we've done it! We didn't even use Revivers at all! What? Please, Articuno, we have to keep moving. We have to get through this. Please, let us pass. No, I cannot allow you to pass. Why? Why can't we pass? The frigid forest is. It has warmed considerably in recent times. Warmed up? I'm still freezing, but okay. The flow of frigid air has been disturbed in the forest. Snow has started to melt. Snow is melting. Snow that never has melted before. Well, that's not how snow works. I mean, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I guess that kind of is how mountain peaks work. But it's not like physically these particles of snow have never melted before, because yeah, they have. They've just been replaced. So the snow has melted, but the snow as like a metaphysical concept has never melted before. What am I even on about? This has never happened, not even once, and then you appear in the forest. This is not your doing? Well, we don't have anything to do with it. It's a coincidence. Oh, not really. Hey, Articuno, you have to listen. It's not our fault that the snow is melting here. It's just... Huh? What? It's just not here. It's not just here. Wow. Okay. All this fighting might be a little bit like weird in that. Even more than usual. Natural disasters are happening all over the place. Even if we hadn't come, the frigid air would have been disturbed. Is that all? You expect me to believe that? Enough of your foolish talk. Prepare for the end. Also, my voice just changed. Stop it. Absol? There's nothing false about what they said. Calamities are indeed occurring in nature everywhere. Is that true? Yes. I have the ability to sense natural disasters. The calamities are taking place now. Taking place now are of a special nature. Something like that. You know what it's at. You've had plenty. You have time to read it yourself. So there are calamities beside this. Fine. I will choose to believe you. You may pass. Articuno. However, you must try to prevent the calamities from spreading. I'm counting on you. Yes, we promise, Articuno. Phew, that was close. Thank you. You saved us. Rather than saying thanks, focus on stopping the calamities before they worsen. If they were left in check, worse will befall us. My instinct warns me so. I sense the terrible power of the natural calamities. I was led by my feelings foreboding. I think we best combine our forces. I will join you. Huh? You will? Really? Really. To put an end to all the calamities, cooperation is vital. Let me lend my powers. Thank you, Absol. You've no idea what you just... I mean, we're literally wanted criminals, but you don't know that. We didn't tell you, but we're dragging you into this, and this whole thing. Give a nickname to Absol. We actually are going to give a nickname to Absol, because I've been wanting to nickname this thing, this specific thing, for quite a while. We're going to nickname him Riku, because darkness. If you don't get that, I have an entire Kingdom Hearts playlist on my channel, Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 2 in its entirety. And that's really the only two where Riku was a major player. So, go watch those if you don't understand the reference there, which I very much doubt. There's not a Kingdom Hearts 3 playthrough yet. I'm thinking I might want to do one when the DLC releases, but I don't know yet. This icy mountain path seems to go on forever. We have walked a long way here. Barry looks exhausted too, also frozen. We've been running all this time out of desperation. What is in store for us ahead? Are we really doing the right thing? It's too cold. There's only snow around us. The scenery hasn't changed at all for a while now. Are we getting somewhere? Hey, Flogger, you know what I'm thinking? I think we've finally reached a place where no one else can reach us but us. I also have the feeling that there's nothing ahead of us here. And I'm feeling a pretty beep. You two, what is going to happen to us? Don't worry, we'll be fine. We've taken out all 3 legendary birds, even though they all literally let us go. Yeah, you're right. We came out here. There's no point in wondering about it. That makes me think, actually. Alakazam is probably the only team which is powerful enough to pursue us. They're behind us. So we told Moltres, no, it's not our fault. It's just the natural disasters. And then we told Articuno the same thing. But mere moments later, like at most a day later, right? Team Alakazam is going to come through there and say, yeah, we're chasing these criminals and they are causing all these natural disasters. I would like to see that interaction. Sorry, Vlogger. I feel like I'm feeling sorry for myself. You're a little bit of a bitch. Vlogger, I came out here because I believed in you, and now I'm starting to doubt it. Because I'm gonna freaking die. And that's not changing. I'll keep believing in you, Vlogger, even because, especially since I'm dying. I'm delirious. That's what's going on here. I'll go wherever you go. Death. Yes, Barry trusts me without any doubt. I can't afford to be indecisive. I have to believe in myself more, because Barry is dying. Also, I think I'm having a seizure. What was that? What? Huh? What's the matter, vlogger? Finally you have arrived. Someone's talking to me. Barry! No, this voice isn't Barry. This voice, I've heard it somewhere. Finally, you have arrived. I've been waiting for you. Carnivore? I'm so glad. Finally we get to meet. You're... what? Hey vlogger, what's up with you? Talking to yourself like that? I cannot be seen by others. I'm only visible to you. A little farther ahead, there was a jagged mountain range topped by Mount Freeze. Inside the peak, Ninetales lives. Ninetales? Ninetales awaits your arrival. Beware. Wait! Hey vlogger, come on! What were you doing? What just happened to you now? Well, the cutscenes while I'm wanting to end of this episode. Okay, so that's what's happened. Carnivore appeared to you, and why do you need to recap something that literally happened before a dip to black? You don't. That's what? I'm not even gonna bother reading this. Not even. No, I refuse. I protest. Anti-flashback. I don't. Does Explorers of Sky have this many flashbacks as well? I don't recall Explorers of Sky having this many flashbacks as well. I'm not even... Again, I'm protesting. I'm protesting. This is a protest. I'm not reading any more dialogue this episode because I will not be tricked into reading a recap of something that literally just happened. Even if this is not it, I won't take any chances today anymore. No. That's it. So, that's the end of this episode. I don't know how long this episode has been, but the entire recording altogether has been over an hour. So it's probably a fairly lengthy episode. Until the next time, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed this video more than I have. Next time we'll be heading towards Ninetales, I think, and with that hopefully ending our journey as fugitives and going back to being a rescue team. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I'll see you all black next time. Black? No, there's nothing black about this whole game, other than the fact that things do get dark towards the end. And black is dark, and there's a whole like linguistic discussion hidden in here which I'm not going to go into. Bye.